Recently, the Society of Jesus showed its fidelity to the Holy Father, long part of its storied tradition, when naming care for our common home as one of its Universal Apostolic Preferences. Ever since the publication of Laudato Si, Pope Francis has called on Catholics to undergo an ecological conversion, in which praise and reverence of God leads to service to our globe. Importantly, environmental concern has a distinct tenor when lived out of Catholic faith. Among the most memorable statements made by the landmark encyclical was this strong reminder. Rather than a problem to be solved, the world is a joyful mystery to be contemplated with gladness and praise. In other words, discouragement and despair don't lead to decisive action. With this statement, the Holy Father placed the call to ecological conversion within an Ignatian framework. Any service Catholics offer for the environment comes out of praise and reverence for the Creator who so lovingly fashioned creation. Otherwise, our activism falls in danger of becoming misanthropic. Our common home has to remain a joyful mystery. We need a contemplative gaze to perceive our common home as a joyful mystery, because contemplation inspires us to live more simply. We will lack hope and enthusiasm for this apostolic preference if we don't grow in our love for the natural world with whose stewardship we are charged. Contemplation increases our desire to live more harmoniously with the limits besetting our world. When our vision of the world is informed by prayer, we can cry out, "Even the sparrow finds a home, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young at your altars, O Lord of hosts, my King and my God." That's from Psalm 84. This lack of contemplation leads to sloth or apathy in the face of the globe's future. It's easy not to care. If we're blind to the beauty of creation and deaf to our stewardship of it, then the modern throwaway culture really has won. And in light of this fact, following Pope Benedict XVI, Pope Francis gave this diagnosis several years ago. The external deserts in the world are growing because the internal deserts have become so vast. For this reason, the ecological crisis is also a summons to a profound interior conversion. The call is to let the Lord's consolation ripple into our relationship with reality, into our relationship with the earth. Ultimately, any change we want to see in the world has to begin with us. And we can begin by asking for the grace of ecological conversion, desirous of living more and more simply. Caring for our common home will keep us from praising God with our lips while serving the throwaway culture with our hands.